Selamat siang.
Good morning.
All right, thank you, Kelvin. Okay, and some more students. Okay, or maybe it'll take some time. Well, you might be asking why I chose association analysis as the topic, right? One of the reason, of course, it is the topic for the week in my data mining lesson plan. All right, it's like a macam serampan dua mata. But on a serious note, to me, the discussion of the association analysis is not only timely but also very enriching. Okay, there are so many applications that use this method. Okay, so what are the applications? We will get to know it soon. Okay, we will discuss those applications. Excuse me. Well, without further delay, let's embark on this exciting journey. I will share my slide with you. If you have questions, you can stop me. I'll try to answer your concerns, okay, on the things that we will discuss. So I will be using my tab on another device. So give me a few seconds, okay, for me to transfer the whole, the presentation. All right. Okay, so it's okay, Kevin. You can turn off camera. All right. I will be waiting. I will go to the another platform. Okay, now I'm on another platform. All right. I hope the sound is still the same. Right? Is it okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you for the response. Okay, now you can see my screen. So this is my cover page. All right. And Dr. Shuzlina, as you can see, this is a little bit about myself. Okay. I've attached to the School of Computing Sciences of this college. All right. And those are the subjects that I've been teaching, right? Covering from data mining, neural network, AI, and so forth. And my research area is listed there. So I'm very passionate in data mining, machine learning, and big data analytics. Okay. So at the end of this session, I would expect all of you, okay, should be able to introduce the big data analytics, right? To understand the market basket analysis and a priori algorithm. Okay, and the last one is to generate the association rules from frequent item set. So this is the main thing that we want to discuss today. So the presentation flows will be carried out like this, all right, where I will start with the overview of big data analytics. That will be the part one. Then I will continue with part two, the core of our business today, the association analysis, where we will discuss on the association analysis, name market basket analysis. Another one is a priori. Okay, and then there will be short quiz at the end of part two, right? Then we will continue again to part three, where I will share with you a few case studies on association analysis. So between the parts, I intend to have like a 5 minutes break, all right? So that maybe you want to go to the toilet or take a break or take a coffee and so on. Well, let's start with the first part, which is big data analytics, right? I think this term is no longer new to you all. We are part of this ecosystem of big data analytics. All right, so this is the overview of big data analytics, where I try to show, okay, the relationships between the components. Where when we say about big data analytics, the first word is big data, and the second term is analytics. So there are many ways people or researchers define a big data. Some classify it as a 3 V's, 4 V's, 5 V's, and so on. So the basic one that people normally mention is like volumes, all right, the velocity, and the variety. So this is the most basic one. Okay, but of course there are additional V's like veracity and value. So having this big data, all right, so this is like an opportunity for the company, the organization to make use of this so that they are remain competitive in the market. Okay, so comes the words, the like analytics, all right, analysis. Okay, but we are more interested to look at the analytics. Okay, so what are the analytics? It is basically the science of analyzing data to build models for better decisions. So that in turn, it can give some values to the individual or organization. So the one means once we have built the models, it will give what we call as the business insights. All right, the business insight from the models that we have built. Okay, we were able to see what are the market trends, what are the customer preferences, right, and so other activities that we can do and perform with that knowledge that we have discovered. So simply say, okay, the BDA refers to the process. Okay, some people may refer to it as a technology, okay, to extract the meaningful knowledge or to uncover the patterns, correlations, or insights from the big data. Okay, so if we look further on the process of big data analytics, all right, as you can see from the next slide, it's still didn't show in your side. Okay, it takes some time on the process of big data analytics. Okay, now you can see that. Okay, it started with the data generation. Okay, data storage, data processing, modeling, and the insights. So just now we talk about big data, right? The big data can come in many forms. It can come in the form of structured, semi-structured, or unstructured. Or it can come in the form of real-time or offline, right? So the classic way is where we will store this kind of data in databases, in servers, okay? But the more dynamic data that is high in velocity and volume would require a high or advanced technology data storage like MongoDB or Apache Hadoop. Okay, so these are some of the technologies that being used currently. So once we have the data being kept somewhere in our platform, so we have to process it. So we can make use several processes. Okay, we need to clean, we need to integrate, you may need to transform in certain format. We may reduce it depending on the business goal that we have, right? So It is very important, okay, to do the data processing or pre-processing prior to modeling, because the nature of data in real life is very noisy. All right, it contains a lot of noise. So we need to prepare the data so that it is clean and good in quality before we can model it, make use of the artificial intelligence methods. All right. So in this graph, in these figures, you can see the top machine learning algorithms being used, okay, uh, by the researchers and developers, like mentioning that we mentioned here, all right, like support vector machines, PCA, and so forth. So these are part of the machine learning algorithms, and now people are more, I mean, looking at the more advanced algorithms like deep learning and the families of deep learning, all right, like convolutional neural network and so on, where uh, it has a more computational power to give a better performance of the problems that you want to solve. Okay, so once we have the models, right? When we have the model, the next one is to visualize. Okay, we can visualize the knowledge, make use of several technologies like Tableau, Power BI, and other technologies that can portray the result that we have uncovered. Okay, the one that we have discovered throughout the process of modeling. So this is basically the process of big data analytics, right? I just share with you this one, the big data ecosystem that listed the several technologies and tools for each of these process. Okay, as you can see, some of them mean import in data sources, data storage, and so forth. So if you look at the data mining tools are like Rapid Miner, SPSS Modeler, and Weka. So in the class in here in UITM, we make use of Weka tools, all right, to discover the interesting patterns from the data set. All right, so then when we talk about big data analytics, the word analytics refer to certain things because there are several types of analytics, okay, the category of analytics. So the basic type of data analytics, okay, can be categorized into three. Okay, although we have the fourth types, the fifth types like diagnostic and so on, but this is the most basic type of analytics, which is descriptive analytics, predictive analytics, and prescriptive analytics. The descriptive analytics basically try to discover what happened, what has happened. So that we can understand the real situation, and with that situation that we have discovered, we can take a particular opportunity. Okay, so we can perform descriptive analytics in the form of describing, summarizing, of find some kind of similarities on the data that we have. Okay, so that is descriptive. So the next one, okay, we look at this. The axis shows the values and the sophistication or complexity. So as we go on to the right, the value is higher and higher. So the predictive, trying to discover on the trends, all right, getting to know about the future, okay, either by doing or performing classification tasks or doing estimations, so that we can predict the future behavior or certain problems or certain data analytics. Then the next one would be the prescriptive. So once we have know, okay, these are the insights, what to do, what is next. So we would like to have some kind of recommendations or the actions that we should do having known that particular trends. So for this, we may employ a more advanced analytics technologies where we might use some kind of simulation or optimization, or we may combine certain methods to discover this kind of tasks. Okay, so these are the predictive analytics application with Weka, which I authored with Dr. Sophie Anita. All right, you can get it from Google Play to see how we actually describe and give some examples of how to make use of Weka tools. Right, I will go to the next one. All right, this is another information about the algorithms for modeling. All right, when we want to do the analytics, we need to make use some algorithms, all right, for the modeling. And the algorithm for modeling can be categorized into supervised and unsupervised. There's another one called semi-supervised. Okay. If you can look at this side, okay, I have divided into continuous and categorical. Meaning to say, some of the algorithms are fit with the continuous data type, some of the algorithms are fit with the categorical. The next question will be, how do we know whether it is supervised or unsupervised, or whether it should be continuous or categorical? So the continuous and categorical is referring to your outcome. So are you going to have a continuous value of outcome, or are you going to have a categorical types of outcome? Example of the continuous outcome would be, what is the percentage rate of something? So you want to know the prediction rate, right? That is a numeric value, so it is continuous value. But if you want to know something on the categorical, like for example, what is the quality of the machines, all right, or what is the quality of the machines that's being used in that particular situation, and we want to identify the quality in terms of the grade, for example, good grades, okay, moderate grade, or bad grade. So in its form of the categorical. Okay, that is one thing. Basically, it based on the business goals that we have defined prior to perform any data analytics process. Okay, so today we want to discuss on association analysis. So as you can see here, association analysis fall under unsupervised. So it's fall under unsupervised and mainly used for the categorical task. So it's unsupervised and for the categorical task. So these are the basic things about the association analysis. Are you okay so far? If you are unclear, please stop me. You can ask me at the chat over here. All right. All right. I got some response from you. Thank you. So this is another form of how we classify the machine learning algorithms, right? What we name it as a taxonomy of machine learning algorithms. So just now in that book, all right, we just mentioned the common category of machine learning algorithm, which is supervised learning and unsupervised. But in between, we have another learning approach that we call as semi-supervised. Okay, so now the association analysis, okay, as I mentioned just now, it's fall under unsupervised. Okay, association analysis fall under unsupervised. And the details of this can be found in this paper. This is a paper written by my students, by master students, General Afifa, me as the co-author of the papers. So you can read through the details about the taxonomy of this machine learning, where we reviews past studies on predicting the students' graduation time or GOT using several machine learning algorithms. All right, that's the end of the first part. Okay, as I said, we will take a break for 5-minute breaks before we continue to the next session. In case you want to have your breakfast for a short while. All right, so we will take a break for 5 minutes. Yeah. Okay, thank you.